The full moon in Libra is going to show you something you probably don't want to see, where you're giving too much and why your life, your business isn't moving because of it. We are about to experience a full moon in Libra on April 2nd. So first of all, Libra is ruled by Venus, and Venus governs relationships, money, and value. This isn't, just emotional. It's about how you're allocating your time and your energy. Most founders are getting this wrong. They think they have a strategy problem and they don't. They are putting high value energy into low places and calling it productivity. In this video, I'm going to show you how to see exactly where your time is going. And you don't have to be a founder of a business to use this insight, but I'm going to show you how to fix it without overthinking it. This happens a lot, especially if you're thoughtful, you're self-aware, and you actually care about doing good work. You just want to show, you don't just want to show up. You want to show up well, and you over-deliver. You overthink where you place your energy, and instead of creating momentum in your business, you end up drained and confused about why things aren't moving faster or moving in the way that you'd like. I see this pattern constantly with founders. I've lived it myself. There was a period where I thought being excellent meant giving full energy everywhere, excellence. And what I learned is that mindset will quietly destroy your time, your profit, and your clarity. Okay, let's get into what's actually happening. This week, we have a full moon in Libra. Like I said, Libra is ruled by Venus. Venus governs relationships, money, value, how we experience pleasure. And Libra is about the balance. So this isn't just about astrology. This is a real practical question. Where are you out of balance in your life and your business? Because your time is showing you the truth, whether you're looking at it or not. So most people will say time is money. That's not accurate. Money can come back, but time doesn't come back. Where your time is actually going is where you want your business to be supported. Because if you're over investing time in low return areas, you're just busy. You're misaligned. All right. I have this tool that I use. It's called Clockify. It's simple. You can use the free version. And I use this to track my time. And I don't track it loosely. I actually track my time. And I break it into many categories, but some of them are marketing, sales, client work. When I work with clients, if they're projects, I might break down projects into categories. I break down learning, CEO time. Even for me, learning is a large category. I might even give learning a subcategory, especially if I am taking some astrology lesson, because I want to see under learning exactly what it is. And there are categories. There's a box for description. Okay. So then I have this other category that I've named time theft. Yeah. That's when something or someone is taking my time without a return. And this could be conversations that go nowhere. It could be overworking sometimes that didn't require it. And you want to make sure that you give your energy where there's reciprocity. When you start tracking your time, you'll see the patterns fast. Let me give you a real life example. I was contracted to teach in a school, and they gave me slides, not the school, but the organization that has the contract with the school. They gave me slides, but I went above and beyond that. I rewrote them a little bit to adapt them to the school. I think that, my assessment was those slides would have been great for suburbia, but these teams had different experiences. So I spent my time tweaking and adapting, and then I translated them to Spanish because there was a percentage of kids that Spanish was their first language. I reorganized everything. This was beyond being excellent. I just thinking back and doing the extra work, and I wasn't being paid for it. Now, I could have sent those slides back to the company and said, hey, we need these tweaked to fit in this dynamic. And when I realized and looked at my app to see how much time that was going in, it was like 3 times the amount that I was getting paid for. And that wasn't even being efficient. So you cannot bring 100% effort everywhere. Only thing that you can really do is bring your values everywhere, but not your full energy. And this is what we're taught and we're told. And we think that because when you try to give your best to everything, you really end up with nothing left. And I understand this because I'm in the category of people who have this experience that we're not afforded the opportunity to make mistakes, and so that we have to show up in full energy, because when we try to give everything, then we have nothing left. And then there's no time for your business growth, your health, your actual purpose. And then resentment builds. It's because we give so much to people in other situations. And it's not that the people are wrong. It's because our boundaries are not clear. And when we overgive and it's not met, then we're angry and upset. And then this bitterness comes into play. And then we're not in our pleasure or purpose. All right. Here's what this looks like in your business. You're tweaking an offer for hours that could have sold already. You're over editing content instead of publishing it. And I understand that very well. You're having long conversations that don't convert into clients or profitable activity. You're giving premium energy to things that are not premium returns. That's the bottleneck, not your strategy, your allocation of energy. If you're realizing you don't actually have a clarity problem, you have a decision and boundary problem. That's exactly what I work through with founders inside clarity calls. Here's what I want you to do. It's simple. Track your time for 1 week, or go through your call logs for 7 to 14 days. Look at who you've been talking to. Look at how long you were speaking. You can put that in a tracker. If you use the tool that I recommended, you can actually enter this information manually. You want to see, where am I overinvesting? Where am I under returned? Where am I giving energy that isn't building anything? And then you'll see the imbalance. That's your Libra moment for the week. So you don't need more time. You need better decisions about where your time goes. And that's how you create clarity. That's how you stop overthinking and you actually move forward. And if you want clarity and freedom to act instead of circling, you can book a clarity call with me at the link below. If this helped you and you see where your energy is leaking, you can watch the next video where I break down why you keep overgiving in relationships and business. That will connect directly when we talk live. Until the next time, track your energy because it matters. All right, bye for now. Until the next time, thank you for stopping by.